Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 9 of Stellaris, featuring the MegaCorp DLC and the Guin 2.1 patch, which should by this point be publicly available. We have a huge fleet of science ships out and about, simply because there is no longer a limit to the number of leaders you can have, so you might as well just have scientists absolutely everywhere. We have managed to get into a federation with our neighbour, so hopefully they are going to help us out with a few things. We have changed our war stance so that we can't get directly involved in aggressive wars. We are both peaceful traders, and you know, that's kind of what we're aiming for in this playthrough, because we're trying to make use of the win by trade kind of thing, as they seem to have changed the win conditions now. Looking in the situation log at victory, it only seems to be based on score at this point, and I'm already in 4th place, which is quite nice. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based lifeform inhabits the vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Deltori 3. As best we can tell, the creatures feed off the rocks, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Intriguing. Excellent. So we want to try and get our way down here as quickly as we can. I want to grab this system. It's got some trade. I mean, it's quite far from us, but it does have some exotic gases, which would be nice to get. The very geological structure of SU-3 is indeed in flux, driven by what Science Officer in Poe assures us is a tectonic process as fascinating as it is esoteric. What is more interesting is the Saldar citizen regime is that we may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaseless, chaotic self-transformation. In short, a near-instant stabilization of the planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. Impo estimates that an additional 200 energy credits will be needed to power a thorough mapping of planetary activity to determine the validity of what Science Officer has termed a surgical terraforming strike. Actual terraforming lies beyond our grasp at present, so this is an exciting opportunity. So we could either have it gain +4 science, or we can have a 50% chance of success. Where is it? Not too far away from our borders, actually. It's an ocean world. Go for it. See what happens. Live dangerously. Can indeed be terraformed. An hour window of opportunity is expected to open shortly as the planet enters a particularly unstable phase of its cycle, lasting a couple of months. Impo believes that miniaturized explosive charges delivered to the planet's crust and strategic irradiation of the atmosphere during this time will halt its tumulus changes and stabilize its form to a somewhat more suitable for sustaining life. A special project has been issued, but we do not have much time. Okay, let's quickly pause. Let's go ahead and research projects in system. Let us work on getting that one done. All the rest of our ships are kind of sitting around at the moment.
Research complete. We did it.
Science Officer Impo is proud to report that it can now be reclassified as arid rather than barren. This grand experiment has greatly enriched our sciences. So it gives us some stuff. It's actually it's an arid world with 25 slots. That is really nice. So yeah, we definitely do want to go and grab that. So we will get our build ships over in that direction shortly. Oh god, Shrine to the Percipient. Looks like we've almost finished this thing if we haven't completely. I'm not familiar with this particular quest event chain. I don't think I've done it before. Science Officer Remar has reported back that the SGV Atajol's findings at the Percipient Shrine. They recognised early on that text in some iconographic script is inlaid in the walls, heavily distorted by layers of translucent lacquer. Initial attempts at unscrambling the text, relying on the raw processing power of the SGV Atajol's computers to reconstruct the text from plain images, proved fruitless as it was simply too distorted to place in any known lingual family tree. Next, the crew of the SGV Atajol attempted bombarding the lacquer with light of varying wavelengths and intensity, but no beneficial reactions were observed. Remar apparently considered physically separating the lacquer from the inlaid text, but realised that the strange glyphs would doubtlessly have been misshapen to begin with, only to assume that they're proper shape when viewed correctly through the lens of the lacquer. Science Officer Raymar was about to call the mission a failure when, looking up as they irritably paced along the edges of the circular space, they realised that discrete lines of cohesive text were momentarily forming before their eyes, melting away only to be replaced by new lines. Not long after they had the ceiling, walls and floor imaged in a spiral pattern, text from other shrines would help us place it all together. Fascinating. So what's next? The complete doctrine of the gods, for that is what we recovered. The texts have to be regarded as, dwarfing the fairy tale scraps upon which the old Saldar religions were founded, is shockingly revelatory as it is revolutionary. With only a little bit of creative interpretation, it is clear that the people of Najklax were meant for great things, guided by the strong hand of a religious leader. Our path is one to godhood, but our past is littered with prophecies unfulfilled and sin born of ignorance. Redemption is ephemeral. So, we can suppress the findings, gain some influence. We can monetize the findings, gain some energy credits. We can gain some society research, or we can walk in the footsteps of the divine. We'd shift our ethics towards spiritualist. Do I really want to be spiritualist? What are our neighbour guys down here? Maybe we could minimise these things down. Because you guys aren't spiritualist, are you? You're authoritarian and materialist. I don't really want to shift. I think we're almost capped on credits, actually. Let's just take the science research at this point and just get on with things. You can pretty much auto-survey at this point. And I'm guessing you can do the same.
Boom.
You'll finish surveying that one.
Boom. I found something.
That's a lot of stuff all being researched at once. Construction ships are all getting stuff done. We've increased our naval cap, which is good. We've actually increased it a fair bit, actually. You can be upgraded again. As we've increased our naval cap... well, that's our total naval cap. We've
really pushed the envelope on these ships.
We've still got a command limit of 20, so we can't actually add an extra ship to the fleet. We could build an extra ship, but we can't really add it to a single fleet. So, there's the Federation.
Anomaly detected.
Federation at this point doesn't have a fleet. Research that. During its survey of Lucia's black hole, the SGV Atajol discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed dark matter. This exotic substance has many properties that seemingly defy several natural laws. It could potentially revolutionize the sciences. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploration. And where are you? You are over here. Yes, we definitely want to come and grab that. Special project, there's more Cybrex stuff. We're going to research that. Can we actually build ships for the Federation fleet?
Scan complete.
I don't think we can at the moment. I don't think the fleet is technically ours. There is yeah, I don't think we can actually build... Oh, can we actually? Let me just check. Research that.
Ships upgrade.
Too many things going on at once. This science ship is going to research that project. Let's have a look at our shipyard. We can build Federation corvettes. We've got some resources. Let's go and queue a few up. Still losing some food, so that's fine.
Boom.
So the Federation is going to have a fleet.
Wow. We really
Let's just get everything researched. There's fusion reactors done, so we're going to have to upgrade our ships again. What do we want to grab here? Don't really need energy credits. Research complexes, research station output. Let's grab that one. We probably want to buy some more stuff. We're going to be hitting our cap soon. Junk ball. What have we got here? I'll just get an extra, some alloys added to somewhere. Where's this one? That could be a useful system, actually. The anomaly found close to the black hole, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible that the great mass of the black hole somehow caused it, and its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but also seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly as if it was breathing photons. It is likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift that has at some point inhaled in other things as well. We should exercise caution. Keep a close watch until we know more, issues a special project, or add some science to the black hole, or gain some experience. Let's keep our eye on it. Construction ship. You're going to go and build there. And you are going to move to this one, but not build yet.
Research complete.
So, I'm going to pause because there's like so many things happening. Did I pause? Yeah, there's still loads of stuff coming up. So, what have we got here? Director of the Museum of Exobiology has issued requests for the procurement of several alien... so, the alien species procurement, that is fine. The Vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Let dead aliens lie, gives us some research, or we do not, but download their neural patterns for safekeeping. Well, that gives us less immediate gain, so it's bound to be something more useful later on. More special projects. You ought to explore. Let's pause. Let's go ahead and look at the situation log, because there's a million things popping up in here now. Investigate the gigantic skeleton. Right, where are you? As soon as you've done with that one, research that project, please. Okay. What else do we have? Breathe in, breathe out. We definitely want to research that one. And then all of these other stuff are just like a complete mess of things. That's the one that we are working on, is it? When you've done that one, can you please research that project? Okay, that should all work. Hopefully.
Resource scan complete.
So how are we doing? Have you grabbed this one? See, they haven't grabbed it yet, but they have moved right down next to it, which I really dislike. Issue a special project. I am going to take this ship, and I'm going to go straight...
Research complete.
Oh, dear. Just let me get on with stuff, please. This will be really expensive, but I think we need to grab it and stop them moving this way if we can. The box is indeed a document of a sort. Science Officer Roab admits that had they been hoping for a historical record or some other kind of codex significant to whatever culture left it behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives, which, going by the rapid changes in odour towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. The technique is used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have been unwittingly become immediately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion smells like. However, Roab is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped on the frozen hellscape of a planet. Gives us some science research. So, you guys, you have a science ship down there, but you don't have a construction ship down there. This is looking like a really nice system, and I really do want to sort of get in there and grab that. I also want you to get down there and research that project as soon as you can. So I'm just going to go and rush down here with my construction ship. The reason why I didn't go straight down there, and they're actually moving in with this construction ship, so they may well beat me to grabbing this. I knew I should have grabbed it earlier. Let's go ahead and research that. Unless they're going to build that research station there, which they might, but I doubt it. The reason why I was avoiding just leapfrogging is because the more jumps away a station is from your own space, the more expensive it is to actually build there. So that is definitely an issue. I do have a construction ship, or did have a construction ship working its way down there. I think they're going to get there before me, though, unfortunately. I will keep my eye on it, but I think I'm kind of screwed here. Right, I seem to have a lot of things selected. I'm just having a really weird day of things. You, automatic exploration. Construction ship, you are done with that one. So if we actually go and get you building there.
Log updated.
And then hopefully the other one will get there a little bit Well, I still think that's where he's going. Unless there's the off chance that he's actually building a... Well, can we actually see in the system? Another special project. He's just sitting there at the moment, actually, so I'm fine with that. If he just wants to stay there. And I'm going to try and get down there as quick as I can. We've got lots of new... we're making positive food again, which is nice. We've got more defences here that can be upgraded. We can also upgrade our ships, so let's go ahead and do that. More minerals. More projects to research. Are we getting more special projects here? We definitely want to work on that one, even though it takes quite some time to do. Yeah, need to get down here as quick as I can. There's science ships heading that way. He isn't moving yet. The construction ship is still just sitting there.
I found something.
So he's not going to move in just yet. I'm just hoping that we get down there quickly enough. Following a thorough investigation of Kubaros 4, the SGV Atajol crew has confirmed that the planet used to be covered in flowing water several billion years ago. However, the geochemical composition of the planet's basalt crust provided highly hydrophilic consumption of the planet's... words. However, God, what is wrong with me today? Just cannot read. However, the geochemical composition of the planet's basalt crust provided highly hydrophilic, so much so that Kubaros 4's thirsty rocks eventually absorbed and bound all of the water on its surface. Now that all remains are the vast oceans are salty brine streaks lining Kubaros 4's numerous canyons. Science Officer Remar adds that the mineral hydrates now dominating the landscape could have many valuable industrial applications. Adds +4 to the mineral count. Sometimes I just have days where my brain does not want to work. What have we got here? We can... This option is available because we have the meticulous trait. Well, we might as well take the one that seems to give us a slightly better reward. Okay, we've grabbed this one. So now that we've grabbed that one, I'm going to move down there and grab this one, because this will actually make this one cheaper. Ship is already performing this order. Now then. He hasn't moved yet. The latest reports from the Rift's observation probe tells us that the Rift has vanished. After drawing in its last breath, the Rift closed and left behind not an event of a trace of its energies. Well, that is energies. That's unfortunate, because we could have added some science to the black hole. But, oh well. What have we got here? That's some more minerals. All good stuff. So we are building up the... We are building up the Federation fleet, which we can use. Right, he's moved his construction ship there now. And he's going to beat me to it. That is unfortunate. I got close. I did get close. Yeah, there it is. He's already starting to build it.
Found. Hey,
research that.
Can we monetize this?
And yeah, he's building it now. I won't be able to beat him to it because I'm not even there yet. He will build it before me. Our governor has died at the age of 84. That's unfortunate. We need to get a new one. Food from jobs. Yes, we're definitely having some issues with food. Let's get him in there. Hopefully that'll improve some things. So yeah, we're not going to be able to build here now because they're already building there. Unless we can build faster, which I don't think we can, because I think build speed is always the same. So maybe we do at least want to go in and try and grab the black hole.
Boom. We built something.
Let's move you down there. We can try and at least grab that one. I don't think we're going to grab... This is a real shame, because it's a nice system. It's got some trade, although it's quite far away from us. Yep, he's got it. As expected.
Prospect analyzed.
In that case, then, I'm going to send this construction ship to
Resource scan
grab
complete.
some mining stations over here. And the other construction ship that is on the move, you should now be able to build this outpost. There's a special project down there, which apparently we never researched, and I'm unsure as to why. Yeah, you're going up to that and then you're coming back. That's a little bit weird.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Anything else we can build and upgrade? It's like we're having some housing problems here. Oh no, this means we have an open building slot, doesn't it? Planet can support construction of additional buildings. So, food's actually doing alright now. We could still do with some more pop. Hollow theatres would give us more consumer goods. Gain a new scientist. No, we want anomaly research speed. More housing, more amenities. Let's get that in ready. Now, was it my edicts that was running? It was, wasn't it? Farming subsidies. Extra monthly food. We can afford it. Let's go for that.
Anomaly detected.
Don't really need the other stuff, although... the survey speed is nice. We don't really need that. Research grants, though. We'll have that running.
Scan complete.
Let's keep researching everything. Excellent.
Prospect analyzed.
You guys are really fast. Okay, so we've now got this. So at least they won't be able to push any further forwards into that one. We should probably try and grab that as well. Let's go ahead and... what are we lacking? We're actually lacking some influence. We'll move there anyway. We'll grab that one and complete our territory. We haven't even explored down here. Shame. Obviously, there's going to be some more gases around. It's a shame we weren't able to be the ones to grab those. But...
ship status cutting edge.
So, what options do we have here?
I found something.
Right, research that. Pause up while I read and work out what's going on. So, two options here. Perhaps the most important purpose of any successful interstellar federation is the mutual defense of its members. We have an obligation to contribute as much as we can. The amount we contribute towards the Federation naval capacity counts for twice as much. Or, the base trade protection for our trade routes is increased by 5. I think we're just going to go for the, for our cap on the Navy. We've got 12 power in there already. So Federation fleet is at 12 of 18. I'm not going to build any more. I'm going to wait until it turns over to my Federation partner and he can add some of his own ships to it. I don't see why I should be the one to put them all
Can we
in.
monetize this?
Looks like we do have some places that need researching. Can you go and research those projects maybe? Like lots of random stuff that isn't being dealt with right now. Looks like you are going to research that project. Well, you are now. We've also got this thing here.
Anomaly detected.
So we should probably go and research that one. Can we grab that yet? Yes, we can.
Resource scan complete.
And we will, of course, want to... well, we don't have the tech to grab that yet. Mias, that has some trade on it.
Construction complete.
And to be fair, we're almost at our energy cap. We probably want to buy some food just to drop us back below our cap. Well, I'm not going to take the energy and the minerals. I don't need them. Got so much stuff. Just so much stuff. So a lot of this stuff is just basically adding more value to already existing... oh, look at the trade that we're getting from these things now. It's ridiculous. We still haven't met any more neighbours. I guess we are a little bit blocked on the directions that we can head out into. We probably do have some protection with this guy being there.
We built something.
That's quite a nice system down there. It's not terribly far away from our capital. And there are some gases down there that we could grab. Again, it is quite far out, so that's potentially problematic. Why don't you go ahead and build all the mining stations there?
We built something.
And why don't you go over there and build some research stations? So we still don't have anyone who likes us enough to allow us to build anything on their planet.
We really hit this tech out of the ballpark.
Can't do it with these guys because they are already a corporation. We need to go into the capital and to the actual planet, which is here. So yeah, we can't do this because they have corporate authority. Unfortunately, the one neighbour that we happened to run into that liked us was another corporation. What are the odds? There's our research outpost, extra 10%, which is nice. What can we get here? Let's go and get this one just because it's cheap, get it done and out of the way. But we are over the 20-minute mark. We're well over the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end the video here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Stellaris. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.